Game 3 of the Phillies versus Giants series continues on tonight. I got some player props for you guys to lock in for this game. And honestly, we, both ourselves and the Phillies, are in desperate need of a bounce back. Now, to stick with the Phillies for a second, I mean, this Giants home stadium, Oracle Park, is just an absolute house of horrors for the Phillies. Game 1 of this series, the umpires made it a show. The Phillies lost. And last night, just a really gut-wrenching loss for the Phillies. Jordan Romano blew a 3-1 lead with a 3-run home run allowed in the bottom of the 9th inning. Everybody's going to make a big fielding deal about the fact that it was an inside-the-park home run, but that would have been a home run in 29 of 30 stadiums. That ball was absolutely smoked. So in any other situation, that ball clears a fence, and it doesn't matter that it was an inside-the-park home run. Just an absolute meatball from Jordan Romano. As for our picks, not great either. Went 0-2 in this Phillies game yesterday. Did not get any of those two to cash. Now, in typical fashion, it comes after going 2-2 on Monday. That's just how it goes. And to be honest with you, it was a frustrating 0-2 day. Don't feel horrible about any of the reads. Obviously, it doesn't help our bank accounts. But Robbie Ray, we had him over 6.5 strikeouts. He pitched well, just didn't rack up the Ks. I should have gone with under earned runs or something like that, which would have cashed. And then Willy Adames, it looked bad going 0 for 4 at the plate. He had 2 hard hits, and a hard hit just means exit velocity of 95 miles per hour or faster. And both of them were long flyouts. So in a different situation, maybe those turn into doubles or home run in a different stadium. All in all, 0-2 is 0-2. Hopefully we can pick things up with a better day today. In terms of the matchup, we got Justin Verlander on the mound for the Giants, and we got Jesus Luzardo pitching for the Phillies. Now, I will admit, taking everything into account, day game, who knows what the heck to expect from Luzardo in a horrible hitter stadium against Justin Verlander, who's old, been better recently, but still not great on the year. Very, very difficult game to handicap, especially for player props. So if you want a game line, I like the under in this one. But in terms of a player prop specifically, I'm only going to have one official play. I'm playing this one light. Of course, before we get into all that, make sure to go to BetMGM, use promo code CROSSING to get started on the action. You're going to want to go to BetMGM. And the first and only play that we are taking for today, we're taking Kyle Schwarber to hit a home run plus 400 odds at BetMGM. Yes, I know that this is the worst stadium, the worst venue for home runs. This is offered at plus 400 for Kyle Schwarber. You almost never see Schwarber even beginning with a 300, let alone getting plus 400 odds. So the fact that this is being played at the worst home run venue in baseball, that's taken into account when you look at these odds at plus 400. I mean, I've come on here and given you guys a Kyle Schwarber home run prop for like plus 220. So plus 400, it's all about value. And this is a very, very good value at BetMGM. Now, for starters, Kyle Schwarber hit a home run yesterday. Now, I know that sometimes does scare people off thinking that batters can't go yard in back-to-back games. The good news for us is it means he can do it at the stadium. And the reason why this is a play is not because he hit a home run last night. It's not as simple as that. It's looking at what he did at the plate overall. So the home run that he hit, hardest hit of the game, absolutely tattooed, annihilated, smoked, whatever verb you want to use, that's what Kyle Schwarber did to the baseball. It was 110.7 miles per hour off the bat. Again, hardest hit of the game. Then he had a double that was 104.5 miles per hour exit velocity, traveled 376 feet. Now that would have been a home run in 5 of 30 stadiums. So you can't exactly call that bad luck, the fact that it wasn't a home run last night, but in a different stadium, maybe it was. And regardless, the baseball was absolutely crushed. That's 2 hard hit flyouts for Schwarber, or excuse me, 1 hard hit home run, 1 hard hit double. Then he had a hard hit flyout that was 100 miles an hour or so off the bat. Now that one, he got too much under it. The launch angle was never going to be a home run, but you put all that together, 3 hard hits for Schwarber that were all above 100 miles per hour exit velocity, 1 at 110, 1 at 104.5. All 3 of them were put in the air, with 1 being a home run, 1 being a double, and 1 being a flyout. That's phenomenal. That's just a very, very good day at the plate, and that is exactly what you're looking for in terms of form for home run hitters. So for someone like Schwarber, who we know one of the best home run hitters in baseball, yeah, I'm not going to be scared off of the stadium, especially at these odds. I wouldn't take him at plus 250. He is worth hitting at plus 400. Now we look at the pitching matchup here, Justin Verlander. You look at the name Justin Verlander and you think, oh, that guy's great. And yeah, he once was. And I admit he's been better recently than he has been on the entire year. He's still nowhere near his Cy Young days that we're used to seeing from Justin Verlander back in his heyday, back when he was winning Cy Youngs basically what felt like every year. Now, I will admit the home runs aren't there in terms of what Justin Verlander has allowed. But, you look at his stats, fly ball rate allowed to lefties, 44%. Hard hit rate allowed to lefties, 40% over his last 5 starts. That's a very, very bad fly ball rate, a horrible number, and a below average hard hit rate. And now one stat that I really like to look at, it's called Sierra. The reason I think it's so valuable is the stat basically measures the quality of the batted balls allowed by the pitcher. So it looks at hard hit, medium hit, not softly hit. It looks at ground balls, line drives, fly balls, pulls, all that stuff. It also takes into account strikeouts and walks, and it spits out a number that's kind of a true ERA based on all of that stuff. So again, quality of the batted balls allowed with strikeouts and walks. Anything that's 4 and below is considered below average. Justin Verlander's is 4.83 against left-handed hitters over the last 5 weeks. That's a very, very bad number. And then you look at the pitch mix. Verlander, the home run that he's given up to lefties in this stretch was off of his four-seam fastball. He throws that the majority of the time to left-handed hitters. Schwarber's had good numbers against the four-seamer all year. Over the last month, 12% barrel rate. 2/3 of the time, it's a hard hit, so 66% hard hit rate, and a fly ball rate of 37.5%. Those are, really, basically everything lines up perfectly for Schwarber outside of the venue in the stadium. So you take that out, and you're still getting plus 400 odds. I think that's really, really good. Obviously, I'm expecting Schwarber to have a good game, and I love the odds at plus 400. So that is our only official play in this one. If you want a lean just to have a second play out there, I do like the look of Jesus Luzardo strikeouts. It's over 5.5. The Giants are terrible against lefties. They strike out a ton against lefties, but there's no way I have enough faith in Luzardo to make that an official play. You just don't know what you're going to get. He had those 2 blow-up starts against the Brewers and the Blue Jays. He got ripped to shreds his last start against the Reds. Just too unreliable to know what to expect. So I'll leave that one as a lean, with Schwarber being our only official play. But that's all we got. Again, go to BetMGM, use promo code CROSSING to get started. I appreciate everybody for watching. Make sure to like the video, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Make sure to bet responsibly, and have a good one. Must be 21 or older in participating states. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. See terms and conditions in the description of the video.